Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Friday, February 28th. It's the last day of the month. It is 3:06 a.m. Now, I'm coming out and I'm pulling no punches because I'm fed up. I'm done so, and I'm opening the door for folks to leave. Yeah, I don't want you to try to resuscitate anything. Go your merry way. And I say that with conviction. I'm going to read some scripture. I'm going to share some scripture. And then I'm going to go from there, excuse me. I'm reading Matthew 25 for you good Christian folk. Starting at verse 35. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? When did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or needed clothes and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and go to visit you? The king will reply, Truly I tell you, whatever you did to one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did it for me. Then he will say to those on his left, Depart from me, you who are cursed, into the eternal fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. And then the scripture goes on to say, when you saw all those things I mentioned before, you did nothing. Now, I posted some things yesterday, some statistics about what was allegedly being cut and, what the actual savings were and how it impacted people. And I got comments like, more political noise from the left or political lies from the left. And then I got, yay, the red states are going to find out. I don't want to see anybody suffer, folks. And there's no need for it. When we're running around yelling that we're the greatest country in the world, when we're flag waving and Christ talking, notice I said talking, not acting, and, we're engaging in this level of hubris and one-upmanship, and, the band plays on. Now, today is the day of a boycott. It's an economic boycott. I want to see how many people follow through. We're in the mindset of, yeah, it's rough. But as long as it's not really impacting me, I'm okay. It's impacting your brothers and sisters. See, I'm upset that not other people aren't upset. But these are people talking Christ. Again, I said talking. And I'm upset that for the past couple of days, people were applauding and giving accolades for me discussing Christ, but not for me showing up authentically. And by that, I mean, when I started talking about being a Black woman in this country, when I started talking about being Black and what's going on and, bringing Black issues to the forefront, people got really upset. You're trying to divide us. That divide was long before I was born. We were disingenuous in our connections and context. I have a Black friend. Because you have a Black worker or a coworker at work and you talk to him, that constitutes a friend. Have you ever had any serious questions about this person's life experience? Better yet, does your place of worship look like a supermarket in that, there's all walks of life in there shopping? Or a mall where there's all walks of life in there shopping? Sunday from 9 to noon are the most segregated hours in this country. When you have to make an effort to fellowship, there's something wrong with your theology. When you're yay-yaying other people's misery, there's something wrong with your theology. Now, there's some life circumstances, that we get caught up in. I understand that. But again, when you're standing on somebody's shoulders pretending to be tall, or you're applauding, their struggles, I had to check myself really hard this week. Because, I really wanted to, I wanted to go there. Really wanted to go there because some people think that because you have a For You page, notice For You, that they can come in and do drive-bys, these keyboard gangsters, that they can say anything. And, but it's all in God's love. Sometimes comments say a lot more about you than you really want to be known, or that really should be known, because you want to live this dichotomous life. Live that life to the fullest if that's what you're going to do. Keep that facade going and keep your mouth closed. Man, like I said, it's been a week that's not for the weak. And just know, and I'm going to continue to do this, for you keyboard gangsters, block, delete. If we're not problem solving, if we're not highlighting an issue and seeking to resolve the issue, if we're not coming together to reason, go where you're celebrated. I ain't mad at you. But go where there are like-minded individuals. Do what you do. Do it to the fullest. Just don't bring it to me. I'm sorry that, you feel this way. I would like to have that conversation to see why you feel that way. But when you present a certain way, there's no, I know, just based on the language, you don't want to have a conversation. You want to tell me why you're right. You don't want to hear the experience. We can walk away, agree to disagree. But when you assume the position of telling me why you're right and I need to fall in line, where's the room for understanding? Because you've already assumed the position that you're the authority. And that's what I was highlighting in talking about issues of race. A lot of people approach the table assuming a position of authority, assuming a position of privilege, as opposed to having a conversation to understand someone else's perspective and experience. Now, if that bothers you, baby, walk with that stone in your shoe until you either remove it or develop a callus. Then I need to say the responses I got indicate a lot of calluses. The hardening of the hearts. So let's try to live this Matthew scripture since we're claiming Christ.